What's going on guys, it's Unknown Player here, and in this video we'll be rounding up a ton of news for Black Ops 3 multiplayer. There really hasn't been too much noteworthy reveals in the past month, but it seems like Treyarch are really ramping up with the launch of Black Ops 3 in just under a month, and they're going to have regular streams every Friday where they give us a ton of information. And this week we've got information from Dan Bunting and David Vonderhaar at Treyarch. So this video is going to be crammed with some really cool announcements. The first thing we got is the reveal of the brand new map called Redwood. This is set in the Redwood Forest of California. You might notice this is the background of the Nomad Specialist, and after playing on those same 4 maps in the beta, I know them literally inside out. Between the beta and Gamescom and E3, I literally cannot wait to play Black Ops 3 on some brand new maps. There's also going to be lots of customization that gets better the more you play, and the more you progress your character, the better stuff you'll be able to customize to each character. And each specialist has their own set gear, so it's not just a helmet you unlock for all of your characters to wear. Each specific character obviously has their own story, their own style, their own theme, and the gear that you unlock for that specialist is unique to them. So speaking of specialists, Firebreak is the 9th and final specialist character who was announced, and that's based around fire, of course. His specialist weapon is a flamethrower called the Purifier. That of course is a weapon setting people on fire and throwing flames everywhere. His ability is called Heatwave, and this is a disorientating radius around him that stuns enemies within that radius, and of course it does a little bit of damage but isn't lethal. It may just really disorientate people that are close to him. And if you watch my videos, you already know about this specialist character because there were details actually revealed from the in-game files of the Black Ops 3 beta, but now we have official confirmation that Firebreak is the 9th and final specialist, and he is basically a flamethrower character. Something I get asked about on a daily basis is theatre mode, and they've hinted that it would be in the game, and obviously we kind of could assume that theatre mode would of course return in Black Ops 3. There's no reason to think why it wouldn't return, and of course Treyarch did invent theatre mode, but they did actually confirm that theatre mode will be returning in Black Ops 3, and it'll be bigger and better and will have a lot more features than before, which is awesome to see. The max level in multiplayer is going to be 55 with 10 prestiges, and there's something more that you can do after that max prestige, but it isn't more prestiges. We've already talked about how Treyarch are never going to add more prestiges after launch, and they're not just going to add more to go for. So I'm interested to see what happens after max prestige and what they have you do once you actually reach that maximum level, but it's definitely not going to be more prestigious. So I'm interested to see what that's going to be. And there's also weapon prestiging and specialist prestiging, so a lot of progression to do in Black Ops 3 multiplayer, which I love. They were also talking about reimagining maps from Black Ops 1 and Black Ops 2, and talked about Black Ops 2 map Raid. They didn't say whether it would or wouldn't be remade in Black Ops 3, and Raid didn't sound too likely based on what they said. They gave the impression that it wouldn't really work with the new movement, but I'm almost certain they have remade some map from Black Ops 1 or 2, but we don't know what it's going to be. But Dan Bunting did hint that they could announce that very, very soon, so perhaps that'll be on one of these Fridays, but I have to wait to find out. There's going to be 4-player split screen offline and 2-player split screen online, so that means you and another person can play multiplayer and zombies in split screen online with other people, just like in Black Ops 2, or offline you can have a local setup and play with 4 players split screen, and that's what that means. Also working on spawn trapping and a better way of detecting it, so almost like these emergency spawn locations in the case of a spawn trap. But they also understand that some spawn trapping is the point of modes like domination. The point of domination is to cap 2 flags and then push the enemy into this area and then continue killing them, and spawn trapping isn't completely impossible in Black Ops 3, and it's really good to see that Vonderhaar specifically mentioned that there is definitely a point to spawn trapping, and in some cases it is necessary and it's the point of the game, and it's something that skilled players can do over non-skilled players. But the case where you can get your friends to sit in certain areas and block spawns, and you just sit there with enemies spawning in front of your crosshairs, that should definitely be reduced with this new system. There's also offline bots, just like in Black Ops 2, which is cool. There's also taunts and gestures, so you can use those at the end of the winning screen, so where the top 3 players of the winning team are showcased just like in the beta. You'll now have these custom animations you can do just to rub it in that you've won and obviously beat them. And they've also said they've got big plans for them, which my guess is that they're going to sell them as microtransactions later down the line in Black Ops 3. Diamond Camo is actually going to be returning in Black Ops 3, and there's also going to be another camo that is better than Diamond. We normally have Gold, and then Treyarch were the first to introduce Diamond when you get every single gun in the category Gold, but now we know there's going to be something on top of Diamond, just like Royalty in Advanced Warfare. And of course Treyarch are the best when it comes to camos. They're really creative with that kind of stuff, so I guarantee it's going to be really awesome. So that wraps up all the news in this video. Let me know in the comment section which feature I talked about you most excited for. Give the video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it, and I'll see you guys on the next one.